Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, which is surprisingly should be on time this time, which is a first because I've been running late with videos for quite some time. So now I'm catching up with time. You can tell I've been watching Doctor Who this morning. Anyway, on with today's video. What we are going to do, I thought it's a lovely glorious day. I've done some work on the Rialto van this morning. Thought brilliant. It's quite awkward jobs. Horrible. But anyway, got them done. Oh, it's still sunny. Let's enjoy the day the best way you can on a sunny day. And it's a weekend, so it makes it even better. So what we're going to do, we're going to go and take a car for a road run. Or cars, possibly. But anyway guys, so without due, the first car is behind here. Let's hope this isn't I'm getting my words mixed up. Let's hope this is not a repeat of last week's video. Because last week, this Regal decided it wasn't going to start. So I have charged the battery. Just noticed how much dust's fallen on it. That's my own fault because I decided to try sanding a bit of the other Mark II Regal in the shed last night, and all the dust just went straight onto the bonnet. But anyway, let's see what this one does. We're hopefully not going to get a repeat of last week's video, which you seen me turning the engine over and it just going clonk. Let's see what this does. Oh. That's disappointing. I believe I've got a dodgy earth, because I can hear hissing from the battery. It's always great when a let's go for a drive video turns into it's broken, let's go and fix it. So, what is going on here? There's a dodgy connection on my positive terminal. I'll have to clean it. Which also means I need to go and get a tool to clean it, because I don't have anything to hand, because I didn't think it was going to be a problem today. So, we need something abrasive to clean that terminal. And typically, there's nothing. Oh wait, no, I found a bit of emery paper. That will do nicely. This is totally unplanned, by the way. I genuinely expected this car just to start today, which it's decided to totally not do, which is a bit of a disappointment. Probably more entertaining for you guys, though. Talk among yourselves. Making sure it's properly clean before I put it back together. Right. I think before we put this bonnet down, we better see if it'll actually start. So this time, let's see what it does. Oh, they're a little bit premature. Right, take two. We have got liftoff. bonnet down, coach lock 1, coach lock 2, into there, and with that, after a little delay, and not that, there we go, without any more delay, let's go for a run. Right guys, so the first car that we're out in today is the 1955 Regal Mark II. This is my second attempt at filming this, because the first attempt I couldn't get the phone to stay still. So it turns out cable ties are the solution. So, she's based on an Austin 7 engine, this. It's a Reliant side valve. Develops, I believe it's just over 10 horsepower. I've read somewhere 17, I've read somewhere 7, I've read 12. Off the top of my head, I'm not entirely sure. I just know it's not just a lot. So this car, it's obviously a straight cut gearbox, so it's not got synchro mesh, so you have to double the clutch going down. Going up you're okay, but it just takes a bit of getting used to driving. As you'll see from when I'm driving it, it's a bit of vibrations, this car. It rumbles. But it's a lovely thing to drive. And what you find is that every time you pass people, they do have a good look at it, because there is nothing like it on the road. So this Regal, 70 years old this year. The Mark II that had it at NEC 71, which is coincidentally back working, which is even better. We might have a quick look at that later. But what I thought we'd do is just take it a two-door this one, let you see what it's like to be in a Regal on the road, because we've never done this before. But I thought it'd be something different. This is a nice day. So the big things we've got to remember with this car is being a side valve, it's not the most powerfulest. Like I said, it's low in the horsepower. It's not got much go about it either. But it's good fun. And I always say that, they're good fun to drive. Oh, then I didn't double the clutch there, so that's why we ended up getting a crunchy gearbox. This, when I'm out in these cars, I'm always listening, obviously, hopefully not for that noise, smelling, any stuff like that. I still need to do some alterations with my gear changes. Yeah, I'm always smelling, listening, in case there are any issues happen while I'm out with the car. I mean, this one, it's never really had any issues. It's blocked the fuel jet once. Apart from that, it's been a lovely little thing. Although we're about to try and do a speed bump, which does work not too bad. There we go. As you can see, it's quite a nippy little revving engine. 750cc, 4-cylinder. Nice little thing. There we go, that's how you're supposed to do it. So yeah, first car of the day, Mark II Regal. This is basically what they started off as. Not a lot of comfort, soft top, just a bit of fun. But yeah. Like I say, I enjoy these cars. I think they're great fun. And to go out in one, this one's got trafficators, which, as trafficators always do, as people say, they're very, very reliable. No, wait, no, it's the opposite. They're very, very unreliable. So I had these working perfectly, and now they don't work, but then they work when they want to, which is confusing. As I'm watching this one try and edge its way out. But yeah, what we're basically doing is giving this a run, first proper run of the season. And I guess we'll go on to the next car when we get back to the workshop. I've got a knock coming through my steering with this one. A knock coming through the pedal. There we go. The thing you've got to remember about an old car like this, it's although most Reliants are all fiberglass bodied, this was predecessor to the fiberglass body. This is aluminium and ash. Then you had ash and fiberglass. So there's a bit of a difference. So they're different to drive, different handling, they flex more when you're driving them. Bigger steering wheel, which is lovely. I like a big steering wheel. But yeah, totally different. And finally we'll get to give it a little bit more throttle because we're going into the open road now. It does have a nice note, the little 750 side valve. Quite a nice sound. That's us in top speed, top gear. I never like giving these loads of throttle. I've built them, I've restored them. When you've done that, you've got a lot of sympathy for them, and you don't like to just put the foot down. So this one sits quite happy at 30 mile an hour. Although according to this we're doing 30, but the speed sign I'm just passing, we're doing 40. So the speedometer could be questionable. But like I say guys, I love a little old car. It takes a bit of getting used to drive, just because it's an older style of driving. As I always say, when you go out in one of these, you're not going anywhere in a hurry. You're going out to have a nice $2 run roundabout. Just enjoy yourself. Anyone that's looking to buy one of these, and I should hint that out, they're not easy to buy. There's, we believe, about 10 of them left. The other problem you've got is, as I discovered with the other Mark II, if it's missing anything, or anything goes wrong with it, you will really struggle to get bits. As I was told when I bought it, or was going to buy the other one, don't buy it, it's going to cause you a headache if it's missing anything. But luckily, that one I managed to fabricate what was missing from below it, and managed to get the bits that was missing from up top of it. Mainly the steering box was below it, which I took off that Mark III that we've seen in the last video, which I'll need another steering box for if I get that one, because it's different to the later boxes, which is just brilliant. So, we're nearly back at headquarters, which only raises the question of which car are we going to jump into now? I wonder what would be the next step to go into after this. So let's get it parked up. We've got one final corner to do. Listen to that straight cut gears. It's a lovely noise. Anyway, let's park it up and see what car we're going to jump into next. So guys, the next car on our list is none other than the 1963 325 Regal. This takes a bit of more getting used to driving. It's a slightly bigger engine, 600cc. Well, say bigger. It's 600cc. It's no synchron first. I forgot that. So 600cc engine, but it's got 25 horsepower compared to the early Mark II Regals and the side valves, which have only about just over 10. Again, it's slightly different to drive. The Reliance first ventured a fiberglass three-wheeled car. They're a bit more rumblier, shaky. Same idea as the Mark II, to be fair. But this car in particular is still quite fun. Always find them fun. But it takes a bit getting used to because it doesn't have a much go about it. Being only 25 horse, as the Regal 325, three-wheeler 25 horse, they tend to be quite, the best way to describe it is doer. If you're not Scottish, doer means laps in a go. So we'll take this one up a hill soon, and as you'll see. But I mean, for Reliance first ventured into a fiberglass bodied car, I think they did pretty good. I like the style of it, I like the binnacle, I like the set out of it. Back then, the chrome speedometer surround was standard on the 325. And I think that looks great. It finishes it, it gives it a bit of style. And the 3-point star in the Reliant emblem, they obviously couldn't do that for long because it resembled another car manufacturer's badge. But it looked quite good. As you can see now, we're starting to climb a hill in 4th gear and the car doesn't like it. It doesn't have much go about it. In fact, I'll have to change down a gear. There we go. Again, same as in Mark II, I don't like to thrash these cars. I'll just give them enough revs just to keep them going and keep it nice and easy. This one has a slight vibration about it for some reason when it drives. I think it's purely down to the fact it's an early Regal. I was warned when I was doing this up, it will probably vibrate a lot and it will do this. It might be a technical issue, I need to look into it more. It could be flat spots, because this did sit around a year before I got it on the road. But it's a lovely thing to kind of drive, and I enjoy driving it for that reason. There's no mirrors on it, never came out with them. It's great fun to actually drive it around about. You can just toodle away quite happily with yourself. As you can see there, it's a happy little car. What I'd also like you to remember is not hitting any potholes with it, because it tends to be quite bouncy. It is nice though. It's a lot quieter to be in than the 325. I mean, I'm sitting about 25 mile an hour and I can speak quite clearly to you and I'm not having to shout. Whereas in the Mark II Regal, we did have to shout because it was harder to hear. So it's quite nice. They've obviously modernised them slightly and went to this. We'll just take the exact same route as we did with the last one, because then we can compare it in every sense of the word. Well, I've had my indicator on the whole way over since the bridge that I crossed, so that's quite interesting. What you forget with these cars is they don't have self-cancelling indicators. You literally have to do that or it stays on. Which I'm still getting used to, because Regals I'm used to, their indicators up and down. Oh, no synchro. But with this being a different style of Regal, it takes quite a bit of getting used to because the indicator comes off the column. Yes, that was me missing a speed bump. As much as I love speed bumps, I don't like going over them. Wait, that means I just don't like them. So here we go. Another unavoidable speed bump, but it's a gentler one. I should add, I've only been on the road this one a few times, so I really am still getting used to driving it. Indicator. It's nice to have a car that has an indicator the same way as a modern car. So up is left and down is right. Because thinking about it when it's on the dash, even though it's probably the same layout, it still makes you go, am I pushing the right indicator? There we go, we've got the gears a bit better now. And a nice bit of heat comes out the hole in the middle of the center console. Because while I was driving the other day, this blew off. And that is the cover for the gearbox. The access hatch basically. So that now needs repaired and put back on, because it's actually cracked. Nice little run this bit. It's never actually had a decent run in the car yet. I need to get some confidence in it because it's going to Crafters Car Show in the end of May, which is just about a month away. Although the temptation to change that is quite there because I've got an idea. Nice different sound to the engine compared to the sidewalls. And now she's been out and running around, the vibration that was there earlier has gone. I do believe it's probably down to flat spot in the tyres we're sitting. They're all brand new, they just never had a chance to run properly. I do think it's a lovely car. I mean, I restored it, so I'm always going to say that. Whoop. Funny noise that was, because she took off and revved when I was not expecting it to. Probably dumped some fluid dumped extra petrol in the manifold and then took off. Indicator. Right, let's get this parked up, and I guess onto the next motor. Here we go, round the corner. So, I'll go and park this car up and we'll go and find out what's the next motor we're going to jump into today. So I'm still getting used to that throttle reaction, so I kind of know what it is now. There we go. Right guys, let's go and find out what the next car we're driving today is. Right guys, now we're on to the next car in the running of the day. You might realise it's a bit of a different atmosphere. Technically this is the next day because we had a slight glitch with the filming. Anyhow, back to this video. So today, or as part of the video, we are in the 325 Super, the 1968. So we went the next step from the Slatty Regal, which is a 325, to this, the facelift model of the 325. This car came out to replace the Slatty. Basically same engine, same running gear, but a redesigned body. So this one's a lot less shakier. It's a slightly nicer place to be in. It's got the later style dash. This shouldn't be here. Someone had fitted gauges to this and I removed them, so I haven't got round to filling the dashboard in it. Unlike the 325 Slatty, this has the side-to-side indicator that I was on about. As well, it should be up and down actually, but someone's changed this side-to-side. Makes it easier to know which direction you're going in. Because it's the same running gear, it's the same power, 325, 3 wheels, 25 horse again. It has some differences. Door frames are all actually a frame now, unlike the 325 that just had the quarter light frame standing alone. Really there's not much to say about this vehicle. I've had it for a few years now, fully restored underneath it. Above, it's as original, apart from the seats, which I spent some money and got them all recovered and new cushions fitted, which I might have to do to the 325 because it's still got the originals. So what you're going to find is when we hit this hill, it's going to do what every 325 does when it hits a hill. So we're in fourth, we're doing 30 mph, and here we go. Third. There we go. We've got up the hill, but it does lack in power. Same as the Slatty Regal. So, I enjoy this one. I did run this a while when I got it running. It broke down for a year. And yes, a full year it broke down for. Until I realised I mixed up plug leads. Once that was done, it ran perfectly again. How I managed to mix them up was quite an interesting story, because I had a photo of the distributor that I took the leads off of when I put the new one on this, and it never worked since. Until I realised the photo I set it up off was off an 850, which is a different setup to this one. So I'll just give it a little road run, give it a bit of a toodle about. Obviously I had a run yesterday when I filmed this the first time, but it's always good to give them a run. It's a nice place to be in, the 325. Slightly quieter to be in than the 325. Well, this is the 325 Super, is quieter than the 325. What you find is it vibrates less and it tends to not sound as noisy for some reason, which is quite nice. You can think a bit better in this. It's an easy car to drive, I find. So I mean, I'm quite happy plodding away with this one, because they are just plodders. They don't go anywhere in a hurry in a Regal. But it's great fun. You can drive around, great big steering wheel, and just have a bit of fun. And this has reminded me I need to have a look at the left-hand indicator on this. I think the switch is corroded because it just doesn't go on the left side, but it goes on the right. And I'm pretty sure the last time I looked at it, it was just corrosion on the terminals. This is lovely to drive today. It's just behaving itself beautifully. ahead of me, I can see the Albion, which is just out of sight, but I can just see a bit of it. Right. Here's an arch nemesis of the freewheeler, the speed bump. Let's tackle it quite slowly. Again, no synchro in first gear. Oh. Still takes a bit of getting used to this car. Even though I've been driving it for years, it still takes getting used to. So the other bonus of this car compared to the 325 that we drove previously, this has mirrors. We now have wing mirrors and we have a rear view mirror. So I don't have to look behind all the time to see what's coming. I can literally look at my mirrors and go, ah, I can see now. Which is really, really good. Because I do not enjoy not seeing what's behind me. Right. It's quite an aggressive clutch on this one for some reason as well. So same idea as the earlier 325, longer gear stick because it's the same gearbox. But straight into the gearbox, no linkages. You're literally moving the cogs between each other. Nice click between the gears. But it just sits quite happy with itself, this car. It's a nice place to be in, I find. The leather, well, this one is totally original, so this vinyl on top of the dash is the factory fitted vinyl. It needs glued back in places, it's losing its tackiness. It's quite an age since it was glued. But it's still a lovely thing to be in. It's a nice noise when you're driving it as well. Smooth as a sewing machine, that engine, if I do say so myself. This one I rebuilt when I got it. When I got the car it was seized, which I thought, oh no, a seized Regal, this will be fun. And then I put a crowbar onto it one night after soaking it in a mix of acetone and automatic transmission fluid, and I still remember to this day I had the starter out, the crowbar on the crown of the flywheel, and also it just went ping, and I thought, oh, I've slipped off the flywheel. No, it was the engine turning. Had all stuck round, so it got fully rebuilt after that, but freed off and it was lovely. But I do enjoy it. The Speedo is quite neat, it just doesn't bounce too much. This is just, these Speedos work with a magnet basically. So it's a metal dish and a magnet, and as quick as the magnet spins, it pulls the needle round. But it's a lovely little thing. But anyway guys, we're nearly back to base. So that can only mean we've got one car left on the list for today. So I wonder, what will that car be? We've been in the Mark II Regal, the 325 Regal, the 325 Super Regal, and now we'll need to go into something else. I wonder if what that could be that would just finish this drive off nicely. I wonder. Well, why don't we go and find out right now. So guys, what better way to end the day, or end the driving day, or driving video should be, than to finish this line of Regals with the last version of the Regal. This is the 1972 Regal 330. Not quite at the end of the line for production of Regals. Regals and Supervans continued until about 73, 74-ish, possibly a year later, I imagine, if stock was still there. But these were the last incarnation of the Regal. As you can see, the dashboard, this one's missing its timber, but it's basically the same as the 325 Super. The only big differences between this and the Super is down below here, because that isn't the same anymore. This is now changed. So below here, it has a 700cc engine that produces 30 horsepower. That's why the 330 Regal came on the go. 3 wheels, 30 horsepower. Gearbox also slightly different, where this one is, because it's got a shorter gear change. So it's a lot more easier to change gear, I find. Although I love the tall gear lever as well, but this one's nice and short. It's short shifting, almost sporty like, which is a bit different for a freewheeler. This vehicle, totally original, unrestored. I got it years ago, and all I've done is recommission it. Did the servicing, kept it up to date. What it turned out to be before I actually bought this car, my dad had been telling me about how my great grandfather used to a freewheeler appeared at his house, a bluey coloured one of his best pals. And what turned out to be quite funny was when I bought this car, it had the original owner's manual, or owner's manual, car driving manual thingy you get for your line. And in that book was my great grandfather's best pal's name. So it turned out that this was the car he was in years ago. So it has a bit of a family connection to me, which was great. I thought that was fantastic to have. So this one, as you might have noticed there, and probably won't have heard it because I was speaking, but we just drove up the hill without changing down a gear, because it's got that extra 5 horsepower is enough to just make it drive with ease. It just looks at a hill and goes, okay, I can do that. Again, it's slightly quieter in here as well. It could be down to the fact that the soundproofing's around the engine bay in this one. The other cars don't have it. I don't know if they should have it. Probably should, but the Slatty I'm not sure. The 325 probably should have it. This one definitely has it. So this car, I do take it to shows. I enjoy it. I take it out as much as I can. When I got this on the road, I run it loads because I absolutely love driving it. It's the big steering wheel. It's a nice kind of feel while driving it. It's responsive. It's got a nice raspy exhaust as well. And because of that, it's great fun. The car is a fun car. I mean, I say this about every Reliant. They're fun cars. They're really, really fun cars. And I don't know why people don't look at them more as a car to get into classic cars, because they're really fun. I mean, Regals are slightly dearer to get to, but you can get Rialtos and Mark II Robins a lot easier. Again, not a bit cheaper even, more of them about, but they're great fun. So I don't know why people don't go into them more. I certainly got caught by the bug and I've bought loads of them since. I do like this car though. It just, because of that special connection to me, I really do like it. Plus it's such a nice one to drive. I mean, they're all really good to drive, but I really do like this one. I mean, I've moved this to the front of my polytunnel storage area just purely so that I can get a go of it more often, because I miss driving it. I always took the convertible out last year and I never used to take this out as much as I should have done, which is a bit of a shame, but also I enjoy driving it, so I'm going to get more of it this year. It's a lovely noise, this car, when you're running it. We just passed the Grampian Transport Museum there, you might have seen in the background. Funnily enough, they've now got a display of the ex-Top Gear cars on that bombshell. So if you fancy going along and seeing some ex-Top Gear cars on Allegro, the Allegro is ex-Freddie Flintoff, I believe. Oh, wrong gear. We'll get going. But yeah, if you fancy going along to see it, I'll put their website in the video description for you to head along and see about going to visit. It's definitely worth a visit. I can't recommend it enough. Not only that, but I also recommend that you go along to their show How Many Left, which is a great little show. It has all different cars. It used to be loads of them on the road, now are very rare. And if you think that you'll be surprised what you'll see there, because you might think some cars were at one time still loads of them, but now there's not many left. And you also see a line about three-wheelers, because believe it or not, most of these fall into the same category of the not much left cars. I do love driving this car. That straight pipe exhaust on it just is lovely. I didn't fit the straight pipe. That was fitted by a previous owner, but I've no quarrels with that. It sounds amazing. So guys, we're nearly at the end of this video, which means if you've enjoyed today's video, remember and give me a like. Well, give the video a like, and I guess more to the point, why don't you comment below and tell me which of these cars you like the most and why you enjoyed it the most. And if all these cars were in a showroom somewhere and you was going, I'm going to get one of those, which would you get and why would you get it? Because I'm really curious to see what you guys say, because we've driven a variety of Regals today, so they're all quite different. But yeah, drop it in the comments and see. Let's hear what you would rather have if you was to have one of these, and which is your favourite. But as for now, all I can say is thanks for watching. If you want to stay up to date with the latest videos, remember and hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to be notified when the videos come to the channel, hit the little bell, because every time I post a video to the channel, you'll get notified of it. But guys, with that, the night's coming to a draw, and I dare say it's time for me to go and get parked up and get a bit of relaxation time. So, till next time guys, we'll see you again. A few of you keen-eared people have realised this, if you heard it earlier on in the video. I did mention the 54 Regal's back running again, and I said we might have a look at it. So this is kind of like they do in the movies where it's an end credit scene. But let's see if she's feeling like starting. Give the fuel a little pump up. Right, we've got fuel, we've got choke, we've got ignition, but have we got start? Of course we have. And doesn't she sound sweet? So there we have it. Another little Regal running. Anyway guys, thanks again, and I hope you've enjoyed watching.